Alrighty, guys. Well, speaking of strong men and men who are influential and the powers that be wanting to keep them down, Andrew Tate has been banned from just about everywhere. He actually put out an hour-long statement, but this is just like the little end part of it. Let's check it out.
All right, let's see this.
But I just want the world to know in my final statement that if you're a supporter of mine, and I know most of you are, please explain the truth in a respectful manner. Telling these hate-filled people that they're wrong and calling them names won't help. These people are not happy people, because happy people don't act that way. Tell them the truth. Show them that the content is out of context. Show them the long format content. Say all the ways I've helped you. And I really believe by being a genuinely professional, logical, positive person, you guys can change public consciousness for me. And time is a beautiful thing. It's amazing how things change with time. And in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my fantastic life, which I've managed to build with all of the tenacity and mental strength that I try and teach my fans. You know how to reach me. And I'll finish with a quote from my late father. My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with sheer indefatigability, makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor.
Interesting.
So, Mark, did you see his ban coming?
I mean, we all saw it coming. I'm curious, like, is he like is his like straight up just presence banned, or just like his actual like
TikTok, Instagram,
accounts?
Facebook? Oh, that's a good question.
Because like, can we get Andrew Tate on? Like, can we just bring him on for Man vs. World, or are they gonna like block the episode?
No, I think you should try. I don't think so.
Yeah, come on, guys. We gotta get the views up here a little bit so we can get Andrew Tate on.
Seriously, he was on Tucker. I think he's gonna be on InfoWars again. So he's probably gonna make the rounds.
Yeah,
at some point.
So I mean, Tucker, InfoWars, Man vs. World. I mean, like I think we got a shot.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew Tate, like he's a super interesting dude. I mean, anyone who is not at least like entertained a little bit by his shtick is, you kind of just suck. I mean, you're just boring. I mean, it's fine if you don't like him. It's fine if you find him distasteful. Right. Absolutely, I can totally get that. Especially some of his stuff is very clearly just provocative. Some of his stuff, I would say, it does not necessarily speak to the full dignity of men or women, particularly sometimes some of the stuff he says about women. But I think a lot of that's just shtick. But a lot of his stuff's like great. A lot of his content's fantastic. Some of his podcast appearances are really, really enjoyable. And I know there's like, from what I could tell, like maybe you looked into this more than I did, but did he have anything really damning about him that came out? Like, I know he's run like the sex cam stuff, and that's something I fundamentally disagree with on a very deep level.
Right.
And so I've got an issue with that because I believe that that's just bad stuff to do. But it seems like he maintains that he was always very, he actually treated these women very well and gave them a better situation than what they had before. I have no idea.
There's been a lot of accusations, but I think they've all pretty much been disproven. I could be wrong. I don't know how accurate my information is, but he was accused of like, sex trafficking, and it turned out apparently that it was just a chick who was at a party that her boyfriend didn't want her to be at, and so the accusations started flying, and there was video evidence that it was not the case, is my understanding. And then there was another accusation of like, he beats up women, and then the video came out of like it turns out that it was not the case.
Woman liked it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like basically he was doing rough sex stuff with a girl, and then she came out and was like, no, that was consensual.
Exactly. So that's what I've seen. And it's interesting. The rest of this video, I wish I could have included more of it. It was kind of hard to pick, what minute section, but he's talking about how he was taken out of context and he let it happen for the sake of basically the brand, and that if he was to do it again, he wouldn't have done that. And he's going to come up with a way to speak that makes it very difficult to take him out of context, how he's a member of the Orthodox Church and he's going to do all this philanthropy stuff. And it was a whole new side of Andrew Tate that I had never seen before. He was very calm, and It was just
He
fascinating.
does seem a little shaken by it,
Yeah.
and kind of bummed out by it, which I was surprised. I thought he would just like double down, but I think makes me think that he didn't want this to happen. But I think a guy like him could, if he wants to, I mean, he's going to land on. I mean, he's going to be fine financially because he's got all this other stuff going on. But
He has something like 16 casinos in Romania or something.
yeah, he's going to be fine. I'm not worried about him on that front. But I do want to see what happens with like this whole male awakening process. It's like, we had this, like the initial kind of like red pill bump where guys like discovered hypergamy and how to utilize that. And that's like the early like internet dating guys. And that kind of was something that gained a lot of steam and enthusiasm. And then it was sort of refined in a lot of ways, I would say. Like Jordan Peterson captured that zeitgeist and put it into something that was maybe more philosophically fleshed out and palatable to the masses. And I know a lot of like the people behind the initial red pill shit like actually hate Jordan Peterson because he's like, oh, he's blue pill and he sucks for this, that, and the other reason. But, you can't argue with the numbers and the impact. And so then, so it was like hardcore red pill. Then it was like Jordan Peterson, which kind of like showed the truth and also nuance to it. And then you've got like Andrew Tate, which is like the more philosophically seemingly refined red pill.
He's distilled.
And then now he's dumped off. And so who's going to be that next one who kind of like fully synthesizes it all? And personally, I think it's going to be me. So, I mean, like you guys, if you want like, autographs before I blow up, I'm selling them $1,000 a pop and get yours now.
Can I get one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's going to come out of your paycheck though.
Okay. Sounds good.